Here are my random thoughts on season 3, episode 8 of The Traitors. So we're on episode 8. Rob was just banished, and the traitors who are left, which is Caroline and Danielle, have to banish someone face to face. And we see they don't show us immediately at breakfast. They reveal to us that Chriselle has been murdered. Every time we think that Tom Sandoval has a little bit of sense, he just goes, it's like he goes back in and out of reality. So we're at the table for breakfast, and the faithful, they like, whoever the traitors would not know what what's his name in my mind, Alan, would have had on, because if you've seen Alan, then you would have known, but the traders would have not seen Alan, and it was a good strategy to ask people like, what was Alan wearing, right? Carolyn, they were about to catch Carolyn so fast, right? Because Danielle had already been in at that point before they discovered, or they had the thought of questioning people about that. Tom is in another world. What Tom? He's helping her out because Carolyn is, she's fidgeting and doing her things and making her faces, and Tom is like, yeah, it was this, right? Tom, be quiet. What are you doing? Really? So somehow, Carolyn wiggles her way out of that with an assist from Tom. Um, so now they get ready for their next challenge. And as they're outside, we see that now they have what do they have? Brittany and Sierra, based on the belief that they still think that one of the traitors was in the coffin. So they're just going after Sierra. That's the only reason they're going after her. Brittany, I would kind of, if I just knowing Brittany as a player, I would be suspicious of her just based on that. But do the faithful have enough information to be suspicious of Brittany of that? Like, I feel like they're like ignoring. Well, some people are on to Danielle, but Carolyn is going to win because they're just like, it's just Carolyn. There's no way that she could be a traitor. So I don't know, but Brittany and Sierra are now the targets we see at the beginning of this episode. So we get down to the challenge. Tom is outside. There's a shield somewhere in this dollhouse. And Tom, he's back in reality now. He's back. So he is the one, bad singing and all, that is just leading this thing and helping them to win actual money, because everybody else is pretty much, I don't know what they're doing, or they're looking for shields or just doing something else, and Alan is in the background like, what the hell is going on around here? Tom is the one leading it again, and they end up winning. I forgot how much, but I thought they wasn't going to win anything, but somehow they ended up winning some money. And we see that Sierra got the shield. And when she got it, I was like, girl, it ain't gonna matter, because they probably gonna banish you at this next round table. And lo and behold, that's exactly what they did. But before Sierra is banished, Tom, if they just get a episode full of Toms and Carolyn's, that would be just excellent prime time TV. Tom said, well, girls are better cheaters. Tom, but the audacity. I just want a little bit of the audacity of men. Just a little bit. That's all. I don't even need the whole thing. Tom, you are a worldwide famous cheater. I didn't even watch the show that you were on, and I know that you cheated and it was a whole situation. Just what is happening? Tom. So yes, back to Sierra being banished. Sierra is banished. Everybody votes for her. It's so they now, I guess they would have to figure that out, whether that because that was going to be a looming question in the back of their mind. There's no way that Sierra would have made it to the final where they, have the final banishment. I don't think she would have made it. So they had to figure out if one of the traitors was actually in one of those 3 coffins. So I was rooting for Sierra though. Then we see that Dylan And the guy from it was is he from Iran? What is the guy is it Iran the guy is from? What is he from? I don't know him. And then the older British gentleman, they're all in like the secret closet. And I was hoping that they would kind of like start looking towards Carolyn and Danielle. I don't know what they were talking about, but then Carolyn and Danielle sits on the sofa and they don't know that they're in the back room closet because they could have easily been found out on both ends. But then Dylan comes out and Danielle is like, well, what are y'all doing in there? That's kind of suspicious. But I think that Dylan is going to figure out because he believed in Boston Rob, but I think he's slowly but surely going to catch on to Danielle and even possibly Carolyn. If he is who I think he is, it may take him a little while, but hopefully he learned from the Boston Rob situation. But yeah, that was it. Nothing else too, crazy happened. They don't really outside of Carolyn and Tom, they don't really have like characters that are just going to entertain us in terms of the cast because they're just the only two that's kind of bringing anything this season. So yeah, kind of a boring episode if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, that was episode 8. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you for episode 9 next week. Bye.